Okay, this is a follow-up to my first video regarding this BMW r1200rs that I bought from a very good friend who unfortunately had health problems. He bought it brand new from Cooper's in Tunbridge Wells, and cost him nearly 15 grand with all the extras on it, and unfortunately he couldn't ride it, so it had 55 miles on it after 3 years. And you know, he couldn't just sit there, so I bought it, and before I'd done 1,000 miles the petrol tank imploded, so that was an £1,100 bill, no guarantee obviously. After there would have been if I'd have bought it new recently, because it's a 3-year guarantee. It was 2 when this was bought. 200 or 300 miles later, the petrol pump went. That was 700 quid I think, or more. And so, you know, spending nearly £2,000 on a bike that's not even done, or just done 1,000 miles, seemed a bit well, a bit off, to put it mildly. But BMW didn't want to know. After waiting months for a reply, they finally got back to me. It makes you wonder if my name had been Jeremy Clarkson or Henry Cole, someone like that. They'd have probably been falling over backwards, and I'd probably be driving a brand new M series now, but that's not the case. So it's just to say that BMW did not want to know, and I think that's pretty poor. A big organisation like that, these bikes at that sort of price should not fail so catastrophically with such a low mileage. Okay, you could say, you know, if it had been standing that long, petrol, this kind of thing, but you know, it turned out to be a blocked breather pipe, the original problem, and that isn't on their service schedule. So it wasn't picked up on the service I had done by a BMW recommended mechanic. It wasn't picked up, so this could happen to anybody if a bike is stored for a while. So it's a word of warning, and also thank you very much BMW for nothing. But you know, it spoilt the enjoyment of the bike for obvious reasons. I'm 71 years old now, so I'm not going to be doing this for much longer, and this was my dream bike turned into a nightmare. Just as an adjunct to that, the chap I bought it from, as I say, is a very good friend who's suffering quite severe medical problems, and I didn't tell him about it because I didn't want to add to his woes. It's nothing to do with him. I bought the bike second hand, as seen. No guarantees, and you know, he's a trusted friend. He's been in the motor trade years and years. He could never have foreseen that these problems would happen. If he'd have kept the bike, it would have happened to him, but he heard through a mutual friend the problems I'd had, and he gave me, you know, half the money back for the repairs, which I think is fantastic. And if BMW had the same sort of I don't know what the word is, but you know what I mean, then it might have been a different story. But so thank you to him, and a sarcastic thank you to BMW. Anyway, here endeth the video.